Shout out before I start, Alex Bautista Crazy B, that tells me, dude, no one watches your videos, you suck ass, and WWE's fake. But praise me in a comment on my Linkin Park video a couple of years back, but yet he sees this video and it's about WWE and he tells me no one watches my videos, I suck ass. Dude, don't be a hypocrite. You're an idiot. How many views you have total? How many subscribers you have, really? And I could be honest with you, probably nobody's going to watch my videos, and I don't have a lot of subscribers either, you know, but whatever. But you just gave me motivation to come back here because I've missed this a lot and I wanted to do this. A couple of plugs before I go on. My brother, HecticoSays, he's on a brief hiatus right now. Maybe me being on here will give him motivation to get back. I love you, bro. I hope you get back on here soon, and don't let nothing get you down. HecticoSays, that's the name of the channel. He has a couple of things, you know. There's a great anti-bullying video that he did a couple of weeks back, which I recommend you to see. It's a very thought-provoking thing. You know, my brother was bullied when he was younger, and he didn't know how to handle it. He got to depression, and you know, I don't want to go any further. I want you to watch his video and not listen to me talk about it. So go ahead, go in his channel, watch the video. He has a lot more, a couple of Let's Play videos with a hilarious one with a Super Double Dragon. God, that shit's hysterical and pathetic at the same time because that game's horrendous. I played it, I should know. Number 2, Big Ray Show, at Big Ray Show, that's his Twitter handle. Me and him have been back and forth when it comes to Twitter, and we're big diehard fans of wrestling, and we just, I don't know, I mean, we know about the same logic and the same thought process, and he has his own show on YouTube. Look it up. I think it's under the OneWrestling.com YouTube page. It's Big Ray Show, Ray with R-A-Y-S, and or R-A-Y, Big Ray Show. Props to him, and he's been giving me props also, mentioning me on Twitter, and I commend him from that, and I thank him from the bottom of my heart. You don't know how much that means to me. And my Twitter handle is at Perez_81. Feel free to follow. Feel free to drop me a line. It doesn't matter. You know, I'm just going to give you really, really thought-provoking randomness and very, very opinionated rants. That'll probably go on for 6 or 7 tweets. Just letting you know. So those are the plugs, my Twitter handle, and that's that. Now, why is this video called The Shooting Gallery? Number 1, I don't call myself a YouTube shooter. I just say what's on my mind. Maybe you could call that shooting as well. Number 2, I'm gonna basically shoot about a lot of things. Wrestling, UFC, Strikeforce, you know, anything. You know, I might yell out an occasional arm bar. Shout out to Ronda Rousey, by the way. But that's me in a nutshell, and I'll be doing a lot of stuff. Okay. Number 1 subject, Bound for Glory. It was this past Sunday. Great TNA pay-per-view. TNA's Bound for Glory at times can have greatness in the palm of their hands and just take it away. I know I made a video on 10-10-10 about Hardy's heel turn and, you know, how it could help the company. I mean, look at what it did. The last TNA video I did was the Victory Road, where Sting and Hardy headlined, and Hardy was was way high out of his mind. So, I mean, it's very, it was a very bad situation. Hardy left for a little bit, and then he came back, and we got it. I mean, we got him back, and let me tell you about what I loved about this Bound for Glory. Everything clicked. Everything clicked. The action, you know, the pace of the show went very, very fast. You know, by the time it was over, I forgot it was a 3-hour show. Went by quick, which I love. I love pay-per-views that fly by and don't drag ass. You know. Number two, it was I mean, from top to bottom, it was a solid card. You know, the knockouts match was and the fallout after that was way worse. But RVD Zima Ion, which was a great opener, I wish it had more time. About probably 5 to 7 more minutes, and it would have had the crowd more in the palm of their hands than they should have. Storm and Rude, the street fight was just brutal. How can you expect something like that not to happen? I mean, it was a year in the making. The back and forth with the title earlier in the year. The Bound for Glory series, Rude costing him that. It was just insane. I mean, it was just brutal. You know, King Mo as the enforcer wasn't really used as much. You know, I wish he was used more. You know, that's why he was there, but it wasn't. It was Rude and Storm just beating the shit out of each other, and in my opinion, it was one of the best brawls I've seen in years, in a couple of years actually, and any brawl involving James Storm is going to have a lot of blood. As I looked at the Rude and Storm street fight, and I'm thinking about it right now, I think back to Sacrifice '07, and when Wildcat Chris Harris and James Storm went all out in the Texas Death Match. If you don't know what match I'm talking about, please search for it. If it's on YouTube, it's got to be on here. It's TNA Sacrifice '07. It's the Texas Death Match with Cowboy James Storm and Wildcat Chris Harris. Brutal as hell, you know. But the street fight was insane because there was thumbtacks used. That sick, that, I don't know, it was a sick spot on that ramp. There was a lot. Storm was bleeding like a faucet. It was just insane, you know. What else? The triple threat tag team match. All 6 men brought it. All 6 men brought it. What else you got to say about that? Kaz did a wicked bump and probably almost killed himself in the process. AJ Styles, phenomenal. Kurt Angle bringing it always. Chavo was great as well. Hernandez is Hernandez. I mean, Christopher Daniels, all 6 men brought it. They busted their ass and it was great. Still match of the night, my opinion, was Rude and Storm. Call me a sucker for brutality. Aries and Hardy felt like Cena Punk at Money in the Bank last year. Fans booing for Hardy, fans cheering for Aries. It was such a mixed crowd. Such a mixed crowd. Phoenix was hot all night, people. I mean, I've said this, and I think it will get posted on Big Ray Show, hopefully, or probably not, that Impact needs to go outside of Orlando because you could tell the crowd is there. The crowd loves that. The crowd loves when TNA is there, and they let their presence known. Aces and Eights, Sting and Bully Ray. Good brawl, to say the least, you know. It was okay. The reveal of Devon, big swerve. If you thought it was Devon, you like the 1% out of 99 that knew it was Devon. But I doubt you didn't know it was Devon. I doubt that you knew it was Devon. A lot of people said, including me, that it was a Bubba Ray swerve. I was generally wrong. That was way out of left field, and the tweets that Hogan kept going about, I wish Devon was back in the company, I wish we didn't have that fallout, and Devon, just like that. He is not the leader of the Aces and Eights. He was just a member that was there. In my opinion, I don't think he's the leader, and he probably is not. There's more to be discussed in this Aces and Eights storyline, but that was a little bit of a reveal. But all in all, okay, this is what I have a problem with. People saying that TNA went backwards with the show because they had more former WWE talent than originally TNA, like mostly homegrown talent, like Samoa Joe and Magnus, who had a wonderful match for the TV title. That was awesome. Kudos to both men for that one. Here's the thing. Take the show for what it is, guys. It's a TNA show. Take it for what Bound for Glory is. You know, yes, there's former WWE talent out there. But do you always have to think of them that way? Think of them as performers who you just want to make an opportunity at a different company. You know, yeah, they're former WWE guys, you know, but first and foremost, they're performers. You could label them. You don't have. You could label them. You could not. You know, but they're just people that want to entertain us. Take the show for what it is. It was a great show with a wonderful main event. Aries and Hardy went, what, 30 minutes? And it was a classic. And both men brung it. And Hardy's redemption, you know? Hardy fought drug abuse and everything, you know, just to go back to where he is right now, you know? A lot of people don't agree with Hardy being back as the TNA champion. That's your opinion. But I think it's a step forward in TNA because I think Jeff Hardy in TNA is the equivalent to almost Cena in WWE. They get the big pops when they walk out. They entertain. And they leave us wanting more. That's what Hardy does for a living, and he does it good. So, please, folks, take the show for what it is and just enjoy it. Enjoy it while you can. TNA is going to be here for a long time. A lot of people said it wouldn't even last a year. It's been 10 years. Get over it. Just watch the product and enjoy it. Now, Hell in a Cell, Ryback, Punk. This is my disagreement on this. You're pushing Ryback. I understand that. New talent, new face, great build. I love it. I understand that Cena wasn't cleared. I can understand that too. You don't want Cena going in after Hell in a Cell more injured than he already is. Punk still needs to walk out the champion. I can't say this enough. I can't say this enough. Punk needs to walk out of Hell in a Cell the champion. By hook or fucking crook, Punk needs to walk out. Period. If Ryback wins, all that build that you had with Punk, this, you know, wanting respect, and Punk labeling himself as, you know, the best in the world, and the heel turn that he's had since Raw 1000, which has been the great heel turn. He's basically, I mean, I don't want to. I could be wrong on this, but I could be right. He's turning into a 2000 Triple H as far as heel status is concerned. You know, without Stephanie by his side, but he has Paul Heyman, the mastermind, the mad scientist, Paul Heyman at your side, and you have this brilliant heel push, and you say you've been the champion for 331 days, and you're gonna hold the title for a year and hold it until the Royal Rumble when you face The Rock. Leave it at that. Don't have Ryback win. No disrespect towards him. He's a great talent. His push has been unbelievable. He's got great build as far as his anything, you know, and you don't need him to talk. His actions speak more, and the crowd is getting it. I'm getting it, you know. I'm starting to be a really big, you know, Ryback mark because of it, you know. Disagree with me or not, but this probably you can agree with, that Punk needs to hold that title after Hell in a Cell, because if he loses it, all that momentum that he's had towards The Rock going into the Royal Rumble will be gone. Even if you have him drop the title and have him gain him back for a night, that 300 and some odd day title reign will go back to 1. And he won't be bragging about it. He won't be shoving it in our face, telling us how great of a champion he is, because all that heat is gone. Because you let Ryback win the title. That's just my opinion. Punk needs to walk out the champion. And it could be a Russo finish. I don't care. You could have Lesnar come in. Then you could have Cena come in. Then you'll have McMahon and then Heyman. You know, you could have a big old Russo finish. I don't care. Punk needs to hold the title until Royal Rumble when he faces The Rock, because all that heat on Punk will still be there. Take the title away from him for a month or maybe a night. That's illogical. That logic is not there. So, here's the skinny. Punk Ryback. Punk retains. Out any circumstances, it doesn't matter. He has to retain. It has to be good. Punk still has a lot to go. Let him hold that title until Royal Rumble. You know he's going to drop it there against The Rock anyway, so why drop it at Hell in a Cell? Let him have that year. Let him be the longest reigning WWE champion, and that'll be another slap in the face to John Cena, saying, my title reign is longer than yours overall, and you will never match the number of days I've been WWE champion. That'll be another slap to the face of John Cena, and that'll escalate the rivalry even more. I believe there will be another Cena Punk in the future, but right now, Ryback is the guy to do it, you know, until Cena comes back and healthy. That's all I got to say about that. That's it. I mean, if you have any opinions, if you have any disagreements about this, comment on the page or hit up my Twitter, like I said, at Perez_81. It'll be in the description box, and I will put my brother Hector's Twitter on there, as far as his YouTube page, and so is Big Ray Show. Follow them. They are great people to know. I don't know, I mean Big Ray Show, but we don't talk on occasion, but when it comes down to wrestling, we talk. So follow him on Twitter, follow my brother on Twitter, follow me on Twitter, you know, and Oh, one more thing before I go. Um, John Jones, Chael Sonnen next year. They'll be tough enough coaches to try to revive it because ratings have been very bad. Um, but they'll go at it, I think, April of next year. Let's see how Chael is. Chael is going to be Chael. Basically, 50% of people hate this. 50% of people love this. I'm in the love because I just love Chael Sonnen. He's a great talker, and you know, for a great talker, I know he's probably gonna lose, but still, he'll put asses in the seats. He'll put asses in the seats, and he'll get pay-per-view buys for UFC. That's Chael Sonnen's job, and he's doing it fucking well. This has been the Shooting Gallery. I know this video has been long, but hey, what a reintroduction. Hope you all have a nice evening. God bless. See you soon.